everybody, and welcome to episode 70 of the Anna Nida podcast. I'm coming to you from Vienna. Happy New Year! So in this episode, I will put a lot of stuff. The main episode, then the review of the year, and our upcoming make-alongs in 2019, and my Make9. So a lot of content. And we have a guest here. It's Benny. I would say let's start with some announcements. So our year-long make-along, the treasure chest along, and the year of ornament along has come to an end. I have already drawn the winner and posted on our Ravelry thread, and I have contacted the winners, and they were able to choose one pattern of their choice up to $10. Congratulations! So these year-long make-alongs have come to an end. And our Advent along has already come to an end, and also I have contacted the winner already. Congratulations! If you want to know who it was and which post won, so hop over to our Ravelry thread. That's the place to be when you want to be informed and participate in make-alongs. I would say I can already put here our make-alongs for 2019. So, okay, there is a thing, and it's sock knitting. When all the past years I wanted to participate in the box of socks called Karl from Kristen Lira, Woolenwein Yarns. So yeah, former Yarngasm, now Woolenwein. And I think 2 weeks before Christmas or so, when I was arranging everything already for the new year, my stash, my patterns and so on, she was saying that she don't want to go on with this knit along because her sock mojo is down for a very long time now, and she doesn't want to host a knit along which she wouldn't participate in. So I was like, what? It would be the first time I want to participate in that knit along, and she doesn't want to go on with it. And so I thought about making my own sock knit along, but not that strict, not 12 pairs a year and not being able to wear them and only selfish and so on. So we will do the SOS knit along. The name SOS was an invention by the lovely Sissy Will Wolle podcast, a German speaking podcast from Vienna, also from Vienna. SOS means socks of stash. SOS Karl. And it will be a Ravelry knit along, but you can also use the hashtag you can see on the screen, SOS Karl 19. And just, it's nice to look through the feed of or in a hashtag. I always think it's nice to get inspired. So there aren't many rules. You can hop over to our Ravelry thread and everything will be there in the first post. But I can say whips are okay. Knit as many socks as you want. Selfish or gift knitting is okay. I would say it's nice to set for oneself a goal or a hope. For example, I want to make at least every second month a pair, or I want to knit socks for all my friends for Christmas 19. That's my New Year's resolution or so. You can set your very own individual goal and try to stick to that. Not crucial, but try to stick to that. And always refer yourself to your goal you set in January and look, oh, how many socks I have done and how many I still have to knit. Think of your very individual personal goal or resolution regarding sock knitting. So my goal is very simple: knit as many pairs of socks as you can. And also gift knitting is a thing. So I don't only want to knit for myself. I really would like to gift some socks in 19 because it's a very nice gift. I can't gift spontaneously because sock wise I'm sometimes a slow knitter. And when I see, oh, next week he or she has birthday, oh, let's knit a pair of socks. And then it's a guy with US size 13 or so, and you think, no, impossible. So socks of stash knit along. Yeah, and I will talk about all the other make-alongs of 2019 I want to host with you in the review of the year. But with January the 1st, a 2-month knit along, or let's say make along, you can also crochet, will start. It is the sweater along, because it's a thing I want to do in 2019. I want to knit and crochet sweaters, and I thought it would be a nice way to start into the year. Okay, that was administrative. We will come back to all the other make-alongs and the review of the year after the normal episode. So, finished objects. I have a finished object and it's next door. I will insert a video or photo here. It's the Mistake Rib scarf. It's a free pattern by Pearl Soho. You can find it online. And the yarn is Special Style Craft Chunky. And I have used 2.5 balls. It's a ball of yarn, not in skein. And every ball has 100 gram. And I think about 90 meter or so, 90 or 100 meter. Maybe you read it on the screen. That was my finished object of this week. And I have whips. I have a one whip I'm very excited about, because I have managed to do the Christmas Eve cast on. Yay! I really enjoyed it. It was such a silent and cozy and hygge, I would say, Christmas, that I was able to do a Christmas cast on. And it is not a sock. I thought I would make a sock, and I was announcing, I will only cast on a stinking easy sock. No, I cast on the standing rock hat. I have already finished a standing rock hat. I showed you in a gray blue yarn, and this is the Gnome Acres Sparkle Gnome Hermione colorway. I'm knitting this with 3.5mm needles. The yarn held double. I have separated the 100 gram skein into 50 gram balls, and I'm holding it double. In that way you don't have pooling, and you have the required gauge of the pattern. I don't know how this is called. I think decay. I think this would create a light decay, because in my opinion Gnome Acres is on the lighter side of the fingering weight yarn. And I have nothing modified. It's simply the pattern how it is. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. Yeah. So actually it's only a 2x2 rib. In the last 8 or 9 rows, when you have reached the length your desired length of the head, you have 8 or 9 rows for the decreasing and finishing of the head. So it's really easy. If you don't mind purling, and I don't mind purling, it's a very comfortable knit. Yeah. And that's where I put my Progress Keeper yesterday. It's a Ravenclaw Progress Keeper. And needless to say, it's a book. I guess it's a potions or spell book. Yeah, that's how much I have left. It's already very airy. I would guess 30 gram, 25 gram or so. And I have decided to knit up every single bit of the yarn, and not add a self-made pom-pom, but a faux fur pom-pom. And I have this is my Ravenclaw bag, made by fondant fiber with dog hair, sorry. And knitting jewelry. Yeah. So my first whip, my Christmas Eve cast on. I'm sorry, I have my notebook here, and look at this. It's a raven, it should be an eagle. we talked about it already in the last episode, I think, but it's a Ravenclaw notebook. Okay. And my other and last whip is this pretty thing here. I have added another row to this again. I will insert a video after I have shown you the single squares. These are the squares, the last Advent squares. I think my last square I have done on December 24th or so. So I have made 24 squares in December. So that was my goal, and that's awesome. Christmas. This is a homespun house Kevin. And the other ones are the Advent minis I have received in my Advent calendar. I know this is from Nina. This was an old Christmas colorway of Gnome Acres. And this one. So yes, now you will see the blanket spread out and my last added row. Right, now we come to new yarns and goodies. I have received so nice Advent calendars last Advent, so last year. I can already say last year because it's January the 2nd. And we have, we made it that we put every day a mini skein of 5 or 10 gram, and for the 25th, a present. It could be yarn, a project bag, a pattern, or something totally different. It was up to oneself to decide. And from Melody, I have received this pretty yarn. Let me see. It's more on the violet side. It looks blue, but it's more violet, lilac. So this is Miss Babs hand dyed, yummy, hand painted. 100% merino wool, 400 yards. Enough for 2 of most socks. And that's awesome that it says this on the tag. Okay. And the colorway is called, I know how it is pronounced in German, Clematis. I only know the German pronunciation of that flower. Yeah. Maybe I can insert a photo, and if I can make it real, the colors. Yeah, but it's very, very pretty, and I like the twist to this yarn. That was from Melody. This is the 25th door. I have received from Nina. She has bought this on... Everyone is talking about the festival, Yarn Festival in New York on the Fairway grounds. I have forgotten. Everyone is screaming at me now, I know that. Yeah, you know. And it has my name all over it because it's blue. It's very pretty. And I have never heard of this indie dyer. Dirty Water Dye Works, Lillian, Superwash Merino, and it has approximately 400 yards. Dirty Water Dye Works. So pretty. It's blue. You can't do anything wrong when you gift me blue yarn. And I have bought, I think 2 weeks before Christmas or so, the Harry Potter colorway by Fond & Fiber, and this is called Happy Christmas Harry. And when I saw this, I had already ordered the set with the project bags and the Ravenclaw colorway, but then I saw that Debbie, I think she's called, from Fondant Fiber, released this colorway. I mean, I had to buy this. It's on the sturdier side. When you touch it, it's softer than Opal and Regia, but it's not the typical Felici or No Makers or so softness. It's soft but sturdy, and I really like the, I think you can call it this jewel toned, right? I was researching so much about the word jewel tone because there are so many jewels, so that I never knew, okay, when someone said it's a jewel tone, what does she mean? But I think this can be called jewel toned. Exaggerated, so deep, rich colors, in my opinion. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is so pretty. And you have a silver stellina thread in this. Only looking at it is fun. So nice. I don't know if I will make socks or a hat out of this, because you can't hide it in a shoe. You have to show this off. And then I have received my advent calendar from Lacey, from the Little Robin Cottage, a knitter's haven, because we had much post issues, shipping issues, and I had issues with my parcel I shipped to Nina, and Lacey had problems with her parcel because it arrived in Vienna. Then they said, oh, this address doesn't exist. I don't know why, and they shipped it back to the US. Crazy. This parcel has traveled US Vienna twice. But I will also insert photos here, because I tried to make some photos of all the pretty and delicious stuff she has added. But first I want to show you the project bag, which was in the 25th package of the advent calendar. This is so pretty. It's a drawstring bag. Look at the drawstrings. It has the perfect sock size. And in here I have put all the pretty minis. She has also added a mini skein shawl pattern. It was designed for advent minis. But I will maybe knit this shawl in the future. But I want to put all these pretty gorgeous minis into my granny square Afghan, because it's so special. It's my version of the Cozy Memories blanket, and it's a nice idea to put Nina's, Melodies and Lacey's minis into this blanket, and when I cuddle up with this blanket I can think of them and be grateful to have these people in my life. So yeah, what I really was excited about are Lion Brand minis. I mean, aren't they cute and pretty? There were many pretty Lion Brand minis in this parcel. I have to look them up online and buy more and maybe make a solid project. And there are so many Progress Keeper, like this old, and Jingle Bells and stitch markers. Like, I mean, this is so yeah, and all the minis are just awesome. I mean, look at these colors. And there were clippy markers, matchy. So very, very thoughtful. It was one of the most special parcels I have ever received in my whole life. When she said, oh, the parcel is again on its way to you, I was thinking, maybe I can do this for my birthday. My birthday is February February 21st, and I thought maybe 25 days before my birthday I can start opening one mini every day. But when I saw the prettiness of this parcel, I couldn't resist. I had to open everything at once. I couldn't wait any longer. So awesome. So Nina, Melody and Lacey, thank you so much for making my Advent, my Christmas so special and so yarny. It was such a pleasure to swap Christmas packages with you, Advent calendars with you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now we come to the review of my knitting year 2018. I don't want to extend this too much, but I want to recap just my finished objects a little bit. In January, I have finished the brioche hat, and I will try to insert every project I have finished here on the screen. In February, I was bit by the finishing bug so dramatically. I finished everything out of my whip basket. So I finished the mittens to fit, the Kevin socks, the big hat, which was a Christmas present, the 90s socks out of my own hand-dyed yarn, and a very big project, the starting point. So the starting point is, I think, the finished object of the year because I was wearing the heck out of it. I love this. I use this as a scarf. It keeps me so warm. You can wrap it around your body, I think, twice. It's just great. And then in March, I finished my fall socks. I always start to knit the seasonal socks in the fitting season, but I never finish them in the season. So yeah, I finished my fall socks. And then in March, I have finished, I have accomplished a big thing for me. My first finished blanket, my first intricate crochet project, and third, it was a gift for special, very special persons. I have finished the rainbow blanket, Regenbogendecke. It was in 2013 a crochet along, and I always wanted to make it since seeing this. And I have decided to crochet this for friends who had their baby in. Is it the right way to say that? Who had their baby? Yeah, who have a baby now. And it was a present for the birth of the baby, and they love this blanket. They really appreciate the blanket, that it was handmade, and they making so much compliments about this blanket always when they use it, and they love this blanket, and it's so great. It is a very special project for me because I have achieved so many different crochet stitches I have never done before, and it was like next level crocheting for me. I have learned to crochet in school but never did it again, and for me I started crocheting in October-November 2017. So I was a half year experienced crocheter, and I was able to do this pretty blanket. That was a big step for me, and yeah, one of my favorite finishings in 2018. Then in May I did nothing. In June I finished, I finished the Felici Limeade socks for myself, and I crocheted a cowl for my mom and a granny stripe shawl for a friend of mine. July, August, nothing. That was the big making gap this year, in the last year, because first of all, my mojo, always I have a mojo down once a year normally, mostly 2 months or even 3 months. I really don't feel like knitting or crocheting at all. That's always the time when I color, and it was so hot. Summer was crazy hot, and yeah, there was no knitting, wasn't an option, not at all. In September I finished the Feathers in the Wind cardigan. That was also a big achievement for me. And I have knit and finished the Moon Night socks, the Annie and Carlos socks it was also a gift for Saint Nicholas, for my boyfriend. October I have finished nothing, and in November I have finished the standing rock hat and the cozy stripe blanket. Oh yes, my Christmas Afghan, the cozy stripe blanket. I have finished this in November, right in time for the beginning of Advent. I was using the heck out of it, and I'm still using it. And that was my, I would say, third. Yeah, the Regenbogendecke, the feathers in the wind, and my cozy stripe blanket, my Christmas Afghan. These three objects were my biggest achievements or accomplishments in 2018, because it is an adult size blanket, 2 meter long and 250 centimeters wide. It was a very big project. I have started in summer, but only started because it became too hot during Soccer World Cup. And yeah, so I worked on this half a year, but you can say 4 months, because I didn't crochet really much in summer, and it makes me so happy. And it was one of my big dreams, to be honest. It sounds silly because it's a small dream, to make myself a blanket. I always tried to knit blankets, but this always takes forever, and I have decided for myself now I won't knit blankets. Maybe for babies, but not adult size. So I will stay with crocheting blankets. It's fun, it's fast, it's pretty, it's the right texture for a blanket in my opinion. So that was, yeah, a very, very big thing for me. And in December I have finished the Mistake Rib Scarf. Right in time. I think I finished this, December 23rd in the night. So I was able to gift it to my boyfriend on Christmas Eve, because that's the day when we exchange the Christmas present, as I have told you many, many times now. Yeah, that was the review of my knitting year. As I told you, I wanted to make it quick because there's so much I want to talk about in this episode. Yeah, what can I say about my last year? Just a little rambling maybe, because I want to go over to the Make9 for 2019, and I want to talk about our make-alongs in 2019. So 2018 was, I don't know if you hear this very often, but I always hear when the Christmas Eve parties are in the highest peak, they always say 2019 will be my year. And I always think, how can you know that? How can you know how? In my opinion, you can only say that about the last year. Wow, that was my year, or whoa, that wasn't my year at all. And I can say 2018 was my year, definitely. Very many things came to an end, but to a fulfillment. Or to, in German we would say Vollendung, but it doesn't mean perfection. It means that something has come to an end, but in a very good way. Not just only, whoa, that's over now. No, it was fulfilled now. It's good how it is. Like my life in Lower Austria. I have moved to Vienna, and it was a very good decision. Or the 2 years of only writing thesis have come to an end. I'm still writing my thesis, but I'm now working as a teacher again, and it's my vocation to be a teacher. I feel this. I now really can say that is my vocation. That's what I need to do, what I have to do, what I want to do. And I'm doing this again, and I have a very lovely school and very lovely colleagues. I'm living together with my boyfriend now. That was a very big step, and so damn right. And I don't know, 2018 was the big year of change, of big decisions, of life changing, and I hope that 2019 just will go on like that. And I don't have a resolution for the new year, because I never adopt resolutions, because it's mostly silly. Because you set too high goals and you always fail already in February or so. But I have one viewer of the podcast, and who is also participating in our SOS call, was saying, oh, these are my hopes for the new year regarding sock knitting. And I think that is a nice way to say this. I hope for the new year that so. And I try my best to influence my hopes, because I have to make my future. But there are also parts I can't influence, and these I have to take them as they happen and come. And yeah, I will definitely go on being very conscious about my habits, about my positive and negative thoughts. I will go on with my 6 minutes diary. My first book will be full, so written to its end in the end of January, and I will buy another one, because this morning routine with the 6 minutes diary and the evening routine was very good for me, and it's scientifically proved that it is increasing your positive way of thinking and your happiness in the following. So yeah, that's the thing I will go on with. Is it was very good for me, it helped me a lot, and it's a nice habit. So morning prayers, then 6 minutes diary, and in the night evening prayers and 6 minutes diary. That's the thing I want to go on with. So let's say that's my hope for 2019. And more time for friends. That's the thing, yeah. More time for friends, definitely. Now we come to our make-alongs. I want to host in 2019, and after that I want to talk about my Make9, and I want to invite you to take part in the Make9 movement. So okay, I have already 2 or 3 months ago written out all our alongs I want to do in the new year. So we start in January, so it has already started, the sweater along. I have already opened a thread for our year-long make-alongs and for the sweater along. So in July, so the sweater along, is January and February, both months. All the make-alongs are Ravelry make-alongs. I will draw a winner from them. I will be active there. I want to have all the chatter and finished objects, everything in one thread, because I have found out it's the nicest way to do this. So it's very active and lively there. And I sometimes will offer a hashtag so that we can also be inspired by Instagram. In July, I want to make Christmas in July. It's a thing. I don't know. I didn't do this 2018. I was intending to do it, but Knitting Mojo and Heat Wave, yeah, it wasn't happening. So Christmas in July, the whole month of July. Then September and October, we will do again the fall along. The whole September, whole October, fall along. So again, fall, autumnal colors, projects, and so on, as every year we do so. In December, we will again do the Advent along. And as I told you, the year-long make-along is the sock along, so the SOS knit along, Socks of Stash, Stash Buster knit along. And now we come, because it belongs together, we come to the Make9. If I'm correct, the Make9 thing, so making 9 things, you make 9 resolutions regarding crafting and stay and stick to that in one whole year. When I'm not wrong, this is a kind of make along from a podcaster, but I don't really know, I'm not quite sure. But I thought, why not making our Ananita Ravelry group Make9 thread. So that's not that's not an official make along or so. I don't think that I will draw winners or so, but let's do the following. Think about 9 things regarding crafting you want to do in 2019. So that doesn't mean that you already have to say, okay, that pattern and that pattern and that pattern. You see on the screen now my Make9. And I will explain now which picture does stand for what I want to do. So, number 1, I want to knit the Zweig pullover by Caitlin Hunter. Number 2, I want to finish my Weasley sweater. I have already started. Number 3, I want to crochet a granny stripe pullover. Number 4, I want to knit something with mohair. I haven't decided yet, a scarf or a cardigan or a pullover, but I want to do something with mohair. Number 5, I want to knit as many socks as I can in the new year. Number 6, I want to finish my adult size rainbow blanket in the blue tones. Number 7, I want to finish my granny square blanket. I really want to finish it in 2019. Number 8, I want to knit Christmas yarn sock ornaments for my Christmas tree. As many as I can. And number 9, I want to knit color work. I want to start learning knitting color work. I don't know if I will knit the pullover you see in the Make9, that would be very pretty, or if I only knit a color work hat, but I want to knit something color work. So these were my Make9, and I would invite you to set up one picture with 9 pictures inside, and every picture stands for a thing you want to do. And as you can see, I have posted a little mohair ball of yarn because I want to knit something with mohair. And the socks, I want to knit socks. I haven't insert a specific sock pattern. So please make such a collage of 9 pictures which stand for the things, the 9 things, techniques, patterns, yarns, whatever you want to use in 2019. Post it in the relating thread I have opened already, and do so as I did in the first post. Post the picture in the thread, and below please write what every picture means. So if you don't only knit a specific pattern, just explain what is your hope, your goal, your resolution of your Make9 in 2019. And to stick to your hopes, resolutions, I thought it would be nice if we always go back to our post of our Make9 picture and tick off, whether in the picture or in the list below the picture, tick off what you have achieved already. So we can stay tuned of the goals and resolutions of our community. What do you think about it? I hope many people will participate. That would be a nice thing. I have already opened the thread, posted my Make9, and I hope you will do the same and keep ticking off the things you have already finished or done or reached or whatever you want to call it. Let me think. Is there anything? Oh, maybe just as my last administrative thing, our treasure chest along had so many entries I have written down. I was so impressed by all your generosity. 274 entries in the treasure chest along. And I have knit in 2018 5 presents. That was awesome. No, 6 with the scarf, 6 presents. So yeah, maybe this will be a make along we will do again in the future, because you seem to enjoy it, to craft for other people. And I have already planned out my Christmas, my all the presents for 2019 I want to make. I have already written down what I want to make so that I have no stress and I know what to do. But yeah, Oh, no, I want to show you my box for the SOS knit along, because I have arranged every skein of yarn I would like to knit through and to make socks out of. So, I know from other people, for example, the Instagram user Lautermaschen, Sandy, she has wound her 12 of her sock yarn skeins into cakes, wrapped them so that she can open a bag or a present, so to say, every month and make socks out of this yarn. So she wants to make 12 socks a year. And and I told you that I thought Kristen wouldn't go on with the boxer socks. In her latest episode, she said, oh well, because of the overwhelming feedback of all the people who wanted to go on with boxer socks, I have decided to go on with boxer socks. So double dipping is an option. I wanted to start the SOS call because she wasn't going on with her sock knit along. I really didn't want to copycat her. So I think our knit along, our sock knit along is a little different, less stressful, less rules, a little bit more convenient. And you can also enter your socks in her box O socks call. Maybe I will be able to knit 12 socks and I will also enter in her make along. So let's see how many socks we will get done. First pair of socks I want to finish is out of this yarn. I have caked it up today. It's a present by Lily I have received last year, so no, 2017, for Christmas. And the colorway is called Norway. That was the reason why she was gifting this to me. Yeah. Okay. I think I should stop talking. I could go through every skein and explain what I want to do with it, who should receive it and everything, but that would be too much. Maybe next episode. For today, I will stop talking. I will be visiting many friends today and enjoy my rest holidays. The rest of my holidays. And I hope you all want to participate in our make-alongs. Hop over to Ravelry today and post your Make9 and your resolutions and your hopes and put all your chatter and inspiration there. I really want to use our Ravelry group more in 2019 because I really like Ravelry and I enjoy the chatting and community there. So I hope you have a lovely, lovely start in the new year, and I wish you a very happy crafting time, and we will see each other hopefully already on Sunday. So until then, bye bye.